Okay, so welcome back after a very, very long time. How's everyone feeling about what's happening? Has everyone got plans for what they're doing?
I'm excited. I have a
Yeah.
little something.
You've got a little what?
Little something to say.
Oh, okay.
We're not killing a noble.
Well, should we go through a quick sort of catch up of what we did? Does anyone want to do it, or shall I just read from the party quest notes?
Can you? Because I can't really remember.
Yeah,
a lot of it.
In a
no
while.
worries. Okay, so there's apologies. This is a little bit of a long one, but at least it will remind us. Okay, so you had a very big fight with a couple of assassins, and after it had died down, Yoshie went to go check on how the other guests were. On his way back from checking one of the rooms, he heard the sounds of some shutters opening and discovered Pike gaining entry through it. At the same time, noises of battle from upstairs drew the party in two different directions, and half of them were attempting to save a noble guest. Nipa and Yoshie fought Pike and overcame him, but discovered it was rather hard to keep him dead, as the demon kept feeding the body power from the abyss. Pike managed to recover enough to leg it out the window and began to fly raggedly away. However, Yoshie swiftly poisoned an arrow and shot him down, and he then followed him out the window and raced to the unmoving form. From the window itself, Nipa held the regenerating nemesis in place, while Yoshie began removing his items, started looting the body. Inside, defending the noble, Nada, Eldas, Anthir, and Charmander managed to subdue another assassin and save a fallen squire who had been killed. They proceeded to resecure the inn and check on Imbala and Shala, but heard shouts from their companions outside. Throwing open the windows, they saw the bound and helpless Pike being passed up to them in the window, and Anthir helped bring him through. They discussed his fate while beating him to unconsciousness every single time he twitched. Nipa recalled lore of ancient drow blades that drew on the power of bound demons to aid the wielder, and surmised that this demon had somehow possessed Pike, and there was a link between Pike and the sword. After some heated debate, and in opposition to the party's wishes, Anthir resolved to free the unfortunate Pike from the demonic possession. After meditating to Tempos, he discovered that the process would be complicated and required a spell he didn't possess, and also the assistance of Nipa, who had been totally opposed to this plan. As dawn broke, the remaining guests hurriedly left, and so did Eldas. Her mission was to try and find a priest powerful enough to remove the curse from Pike, while Nipa dealt with the sword. She disguised herself and headed to the Temple of Tymora nearby, where she convinced the High Priestess to accompany her back to the inn. Against his own judgment, Nipa acceded to the plan and witnessed the awesome torrent of divine power pass through the priestess as she drove the demon back into the sword. Seizing his chance, he dispelled the enchantment, binding the demon to the sword, and the divine power pushed it back to its own realm. Pike's body survived, but his mind was tortured with the horror of what he had witnessed himself do while under the demon's sway. Questions would have to wait. Okay. We also discovered that he wanted no part of the sword or any of his items, and you divvied that up amongst you. And you also gained enough experience to level up, so you're all now level 6, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, with Yoshie taking a point in Paladin.
Paladin Rogue.
Yeah, as with his deal with the God Mask. Okay, does anyone want to sort of say anything or do anything before we start moving on from here?
No, it's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Okay, so I mean, what were your plans? We'll say you've had your short rest, and you've talked a little bit with a semi-conscious Pike.
Yeah. Well, pardon me. So Nipa would pull Anthir aside at some point during the short rest. He looks a bit like almost he's embarrassed himself, like shifting her feet a bit, uncomfortable with himself. He goes, "Hey Anthir, can I speak to you a second?"
Sure. Why do you
Uh,
wish to speak to me?
and I got go to a corner, that sort of thing. I wish to apologise for surmising leadership of the group and going against sound plan last night.
Do not worry.
It's it's habit, we're equals. We are, we're strong in our own rights in this group, and I should have taken that into account. And in my efforts to do good, I would have done the worst thing, and for that you have my apologies.
Understand.
And I would like to commend your efforts last night. You steered us in the right direction yesterday, and looks up. Thank you for that.
Thank you, but no apologies are needed.
Well, I felt so. Thank you, Anthir, for listening to me.
A plan is a plan. After all, you do come up with some good plans sometimes.
It's my job is to think, but that thought isn't always the best for people, is it?
No, sometimes not.
Maybe it's best we let you take the lead next time when dealing with people.
A plan is a plan, and whichever plan is best, we will follow.
I appreciate those words. And with that, he thanks Anthir and puts a little claw out to shake his hand. And just gets
I shake his hand.
And probably just gets lifted up. the strength.
Vigorous arm in the air.
Yes.
That's a point, actually. I wanted to give Anthir inspiration for last
Oh.
session because I think you played very much to your character.
Okay, great, thanks.
And Nipa dusts himself off, feeling a bit more resolved in taking a step back from leading situations and just trying to support. And with that, he smiles. First time in a while.
So, what are we doing about the inn situation?
I do remember we had proposed a plan to get Fake kicked out. And go to a discreet location, try and then disguise ourselves to then make the way for the rest of the poor district before heading to Wakanga to ask a series of questions like about who is this who's doing it. We know the son of this person. Who is their father? Are they of noble ascent?
Well, yeah, you knew that they were nobles anyway. He was a
Yeah.
minor noble.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yoshie
would be a good. Yeah.
Yoshie can also use criminal contact, and yes, that is a good plan. But I think we would, for that plan to actually be possible, we would need to take a long rest because Anthir does not have any spell slots, so he cannot disguise himself.
It says about checking on Unwide too.
Yeah, some of us should at least do that.
Yeah.
Even if we make it to the walls and then, just do what we need to do in there, as long as we stay clear of any sort of easily overtaken areas on the way there, just beeline to the castle walls.
Well, it's alright for me. I can use my disguise.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to be guarded when there's loads of guards around on the castle walls, that sort of thing.
So
yeah,
if you stick
and
to
Yoshie
sort of
can
main
use the
areas,
mask of the mask.
So if you stick to sort of main areas which are crowded, where it's less likely to have an attack, but be wary of surreptitious attacks.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's obviously a fair few places that would be safe havens. For example, Wakanga's, you're very unlikely to be attacked there. Any of the temples, you're probably not going to be attacked at. You need to start thinking about where you're going to be able to spend the night, because the inn's no longer going to be accessible to you. Yeah. So, what are we going to first? And are you going to go that openly?
No, I'm gonna change my appearance.
Yeah. Nada's not gonna have to do that though. Nada's is a bit sort of in this situation. Like, you know, he can cover up. He can. He can don his old armor.
Has anyone got a disguise kit?
I don't know.
No, but I've got Firbolg's magic.
Yeah, it's
didn't see that roll.
Which Anthir has. Disguise. Nope. No, Yoshie should have one, actually. Nope.
No. Okay, so we've got one Firbolg that can't disguise himself. Yoshie can use his mask. The 2 kobolds can't, and Eldas can.
Well,
the other
Nipa
it's a racial thing.
We can't hear you, Eldas.
Cast again this trait until you finish a short or long rest. So actually, yeah, Anthir would be able to disguise himself.
Oh yeah. Okay, perfect.
And I don't know what we're going to do with the kobolds if you can't disguise.
I've still got most of my spells. I can cast Disguise Self as Nipa.
Okay.
So, and that's not concentration, and I have all my level 1 slots.
All right, and so what we're going to do with Nada?
It's not concentration, so I can just cast that twice.
Okay.
Oh, it's Disguise Self. No, pardon me, no.
Right.
It's ranged of target self.
Okay. So is there a way to hide Nada somewhere? Somehow?
Well, Nada can first don... I'd say Nada would don his old armour. You know, he would look for, you know, something to make himself look more ragged. More like...
Nada's quite little, isn't he?
Yes.
What if we were to throw you on, like, Charmander's back and then put like a
disguise him as baggage.
Yeah, like just put you in a sack or something and like.
I mean, he looks at you like. Do we have a bag for that then? Is like do we have a sack?
Well, I got a burlap sack, or I got a hammock, or a rain catcher we can throw over you.
Just don't strangle me, okay?
Strangle him.
Okay. So, however, you don't want to be disguised as you leaving the inn, do you?
No.
All right. So, you get all your bits and pieces together, and you move downstairs into the main hall, leaving Pike there. Although he's coming with you, never mind. You put you down here and take Pike back. Okay, so Shala and Nimbala they're just sort of like tidying things up, polishing things down, and looking sort of a little bit sort of apprehensive and worried. And they look up at you as you sort of troop down the stairs. Mashroob's in the back here. And the dead bodies have been sort of dragged into the kitchen. What do you say? What are we going to do here?
I do just apologise for the problem we've caused and tell them, don't worry, the show we're about to put on will make it so believable you'll believe it.
Okay.
So, Nada will thank them for their services and say that they're ready to go forth with any sort of plans that the couple would wish to do.
Okay, Mbala sort of says, thank you for the gold that you put aside for me. It will go some way to recovering the losses that we have stemmed. I very much appreciate it.
No worries.
How do you suggest we do this? Slim and Slam are looking
Nipa,
quite happy at sort of like staging a fight outside.
Nada looks at Slam. You ready to hit a kobold?
Well, if somebody grabs me by the scruff of the neck, I'm willing to pretend to fight back and kick and shout and scream. What are you doing? Get calm me! I just want a drink!
Okay. All right. So, everyone else know what they're going to do in this. We're going to start off with Eldas.
Yeah, what a Nipa will fake, like he will use like cantrips and just miss on purpose, that sort of thing, you know. Like there'll be a firebolt to the wall or the ground, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Just to give a show.
All right. So Slam, he looks over to you, Eldas, and he sort of grins and he said, "Are you ready?"
I'm ready.
But he just leans forward. He kicks the door open and it smashes open, and he grabs you by the scruff of your neck, and he takes you sort of down the stairs down to about here, and we never want to see you again. He's still got hold of you. What you're fighting and scrabbling at him.
Yeah. I'm sort of kicking my hands out like, it's not my fault. I don't know what's going on. Let go of me. I just want to come in and have somewhere to stay.
Okay, and he just he rushes you forward another 5 feet and lets go, and you sort of like cartwheeling forward. Do you want to make a dexterity save to try and keep your feet, or are you happy to sort of sprawl?
No. I'm gonna go full force, flat on my face, skid a little bit.
Performance check, please.
Oh
yes.
Right.
Yes.
You even managed to sort of graze yourself nicely and everything like that. You look up with this like huff of anger and everything, mate, to sort of like go like you're gonna run back. Right.
How dare you?
Right. Who's gonna be next at the door and what's happening?
Nada.
Okay. Nada.
Nada will look at Slam.
That is Slim in front of you.
Slim.
Yeah.
Say, just don't land me on the roof, will you?
How about on your friend? Nice soft landing.
I'm on.
Okay. All right. So, from everyone else's perspective, they see sort of Slim come stand by the door here, and Nada goes sailing over Slam's head to land on top of Eldas.
Just.
I was just getting up then too.
Knocks you over. Perfect.
Should I do a dex save?
Yeah, do a dex save to try and avoid doing any sort of damage to Eldas.
Seeing as I was halfway to my feet when you just pummeled into me.
30,
I think damage is kind of inevitable.
Yeah, no, I mean, it wasn't sort of a very high throw or anything like that. So,
okay.
No, you managed to sort of like just sort of bounce off harmlessly. Okay.
Yeah, it's all right for you. You bounced off my ass. I still landed face first on the ground again.
Okay. Right, who's next?
I think Charmander's just going to like come trotting out like,
Then just get booted.
Okay, so Slim comes sort of like charging in this way. Charmander sort of runs past him out to where Eldas is, looking sort of a little bit sort of like, these were supposed to be friends. You know, what's happening here? Totally, he doesn't need to make any saves. He doesn't know what's going on whatsoever. He just looks like a confused animal. Slam is standing by the door, guard, and Slim's rushed back in. And he's like, okay, who's next? I'm going to throw someone out. You! No, hang on. Can you, if I stand by the door, can you do some fire at me? Don't hit me! Don't hit me!
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
What Nipa will do is... Nipa will... He will... What Nipa will do is he'll bring his staff up and he will charge Slam, go to swing at Slam, but then hit the ground and cast Shocking Grasp on the floor.
Oh, okay.
And so it's just...
And you see Slim just sort of like going like that, sort of, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Right, you've got your opportunity to run past him and out if you want.
Nipa will run past, but make it easy enough for him to just give him a little nudge at the door.
Okay.
All right. He fully just gets booted at the door.
as you get to this bit here, Slam, you just get this big sort of huge hand grab around your robe and sort of pick you up. And you piss off as well, Kobold. And he just launches you again.
Yep.
And make a dex save to land on the stone here behind.
Oh dear lord.
Land on Eldas.
No, it's on the stone.
Oh.
22. Okay, right. Okay, so you land dexterously. Okay, so we've got Anthir and Yoshie. Who's going to go next? There is a window open here, but if someone doesn't want to get thrown or...
No. We're going for the
to...
bollocks here. We're going for the full, like, okay, we'll get these guys out. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yoshie's going to come
all about
and,
the performance.
Yeah.
Yoshie's going to come and get his dagger out, and he's going to, like, twiddle it around in his hand. Like, thinking what I'm thinking. You pick me up. Couple missed slashes.
Make one of them real. Let's make this look right. On the chest. I need a good scar on my chest. All right. So he picks you up by the front of your leather armor.
And I'll slash 2 times. Just one of them missed, and then the other one.
Okay, we get out to about there, and you do this while everything's outside.
Yeah, of course.
So let's do both of your slashes. So one definitely doesn't hit, even if you were trying. Actually, neither of them hit. And he sort of like grimaces at you and he goes, "Oh, ow, that really hurt." Really, really trying to put it on.
Oh.
And he just sort of pushes you loosely that way. Make a dex save to avoid sort of stumbling into your companions.
I've just disconnected.
Okay, you can read. So yeah, just a dex save.
A dex
mate, I love this.
Yoshie.
Okay.
It is amazing. If it is really bad, then I'm going to put my dagger back. I'm going to slip and I'm just going to drop my dagger on the floor. Dex save. Dex. Oh, +7.
Oh yeah, okay, so you managed to sort of not stumble into Eldas as she's pushing herself up again. Alright, Anthir, before you stands, very, very low before you, a very small
Oh
dwarf.
no.
Okay, and he sort of like looks up at you, and he's like, I really don't know how we're going to do this. I'm not throwing you anywhere, am I? How do you want to
Could he cast a spell on himself?
Do you know any like magic? Just maybe just
throw
throw me with anything. Just
let's see what he can do.
I think I'm going to slump myself over Charmander and sort of try and hold him back and whisper in his ear. Just it's acting, because obviously he's like, they're attacking, we're attacking them, let's fight. So
and I say to Masharib, like, no, we got to make it look real. Like, actually hit me.
Yeah, but I'm gonna pretend that I'm like really hurt from being pushed on the floor, so I'm gonna hang on to him like.
Yes. Jump.
Okay.
Oh, it lasts for 1 day. Oh no, 1 minute.
All right, so Musharif sort of like winks at you. Says, "I've got an idea. Just back out the door, facing towards me, so you get to about there." Musharif casts jump on himself. Okay, and literally just jumps from there straight at you, both feet hitting your chest. Okay, he's gonna do. I mean, there's no way that he can pull this, so he's gonna do a D20 attack.
He's a bloody kangaroo, mate.
All right, so actually your armor does deflect the damage, but it does, however, push you back.
But it looks real.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are definitely going. Yeah. Fair enough. You are sprawled on the floor. All right. I don't ever want to see you here again. And then you see Imbala behind him going, "You're banned! I'll tell everyone where you are, you scum!" And then he gives you a bit of a wink. All right, so we've already got one performance check for this. Okay, we're going to do a group check to see how believable this is to everyone. Okay, so everyone besides Eldas and Charmander also make a performance check, please.
Nipa. Roll well.
No. Okay.
That's
16
not
and
that's Nipa.
13.
That's Nada.
Okay.
Performance.
7.
Oh no. Yoshi.
Nada's
One
just
fail.
having.
2 fails. 2 passes,
Nada's
2
just-
fails.
Nada's just having a good time. Like, oh
Anthir.
yes.
Make this one a good one.
Anthir got.
Oh,
both
shit.
of my guys.
Okay.
Terrible.
It's like watching a year 1 school play. Okay. Alright. This, maybe some of the street children might have been taken in by this performance.
Can Nipa, like, can
Except
Nipa,
year 1 school.
Oh god, what can I do?
Year 1 school plays don't include kangaroos kicking
Can-
people with armor in the
can I?
chest, though.
Can I cast? Oh no. Is it of me? That's me.
Wait, I know.
Can I just use like minor illusion to make it look like everyone's a bit more like like a few of us are a bit more beaten, like like Nada's got a bit of blood in his face.
Okay.
Yoshi's been kicked, and you can see the denting within Anthir's armor.
Okay, so you see, alright, actually, Slim actually notices there's a couple people sort of like looking and sort of laughing, and you see a bit of a coldness enter his eyes, okay? Nipa starts creating these illusions, and Slim gets an idea. He strides
Yoshi's going
forward,
to attack him.
and yes, he is going to make an attack against Yoshi, an actual attack. Okay, he makes a shield bash against Yoshi. 16, does that hit?
I have 16 armor class.
That hits.
So it does hit. Okay. So, Yoshi, you just see this guy coming forward, expecting a little bit of play acting and everything like that. You don't try and avoid the blow. However, it is a real blow, and it smashes up against your face, and your mouth starts bleeding. You take 8 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I've taken that.
You also take a DC 15 strength saving throw or be knocked prone to the ground.
Ooh, yeah, I'm probably not prone to the ground.
Okay, you manage to stay
Oh.
upright. Okay, as another
turn is
spear.
it?
Luckily enough, there's not an advantage because you're not prone. The spear comes arcing in at you for another 10 piercing damage. This one rips a gash in the side of your hip.
Can I just shout at this point, let's get out of here before they kill us?
Yeah, as we do that, can I? Who's around us? Is there like anyone who looks strong around us?
There's probably a good 50 odd people within 150 feet of you. You were on sort of like a main roadway and everything.
Yeah. I was gonna say
there's definitely going to be 1 or 2 that look strong. Maybe a labourer or a stone cutter or something like that.
Could I just cause fear on him?
On who? The one on the street?
Yeah,
Well,
just like
it's-
just a random person starts running away.
Okay.
Almost like this is getting serious.
Okay, you with.
And my spell save, I do believe, is would it increase to 17 with my
Yeah, because your proficiency's gone up, hasn't it?
Yeah, let me change that.
Sorry, I keep
Alright, I'm
on
gonna do
having
a straight
reload
D20.
Roll20's broken.
Okay, yeah. So you see this labourer sort of like walking up, a big sort of heavy bloke, big lantern jaw. You made even bigger by a bushy beard, and he sort of like looks up at you, and there's just this look of pure horror crosses his face, and he screams like a little girl and legs it down the road. Everyone else, it's sort of like this definitely draws the attention of everyone else, and people are now looking at this fight, and they see blood flowing, and things are looking a little bit more serious.
Running.
Can Yoshi take a turn quickly?
Yeah, go for it.
Since we haven't rolled initiative, can I get my katana out and attack?
Yes, you can draw an attack. Okay.
Oh,
Wait, do I have X? No, I don't.
Do you have what?
Oh wait, I can attack twice. I'm going.
Oh, this is
No, I'm
gonna
just gonna do
die.
that. I'm just gonna do that.
You're just going to do that. Okay, so
Yep.
you, from sort of like, you're a little bit crouched down.
I
where
like
you're almost
lunge
not
at him with
prone.
my katana.
Okay, so you lunge and it pierces straight across his chest there. It sort of sinks in a little bit and slashes up over across to the shoulder. Yeah, so he takes 12 points.
He did
of
want a
slashing
good
damage.
scar across his chest.
Exactly. So minus 12. He's still got quite a lot of hit points. You're right here. So he like cries back in pain, and he sort of like gives you sort of under the breath, sort of like, right, you got it there. Leg it. I really don't want to hurt you anymore.
Okay,
Slam.
I'm going to run.
Okay, you're going to run. So you sort of
Yep.
take out in
And
that sort of
I-
way. Everyone else doing the same call.
Yeah, we begin to leg.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
I've
Anthir's
already
running.
shouted about
As
getting
we're
out of here.
running, As we're running, I twiddle my hands and I'm going to cast Sending on Mbala and
Yep.
say, "Hey Mbala, hope that was a good show. We're gonna head to the castle walls. Stay safe and good luck."
Can you reply to the message?
Yes.
All right. You're welcome anytime. Just not looking like that. Okay. All right. So you go out into the streets of Port Nyanzaru. I'd like everyone to make a performance check again. This
Oh,
is
what?
Yeah. I mean, you did have the bad acting first. This is all
Yeah.
at
Oh,
advantage.
damn
though,
it.
yeah?
Ah. Okay, Roll20's broken my chat. If I click off of it onto my things at the side and back onto it, it just opens it in a different window. It doesn't work, so I'm going to have to reload a couple times.
Okay, yeah, you reload. Alright, so Charmander doesn't have to do one. Yeah, so Eldas is a fail. If we do Nipa and Nada,
This is Nipa.
at advantage,
that's
so it's a
fail.
pass. Okay, so it's even.
Cool. Performance. This is Nada.
So it's you're one pass up, good. So once Anthir and Yoshie back, we'll do 2 rolls for them.
That was good. That was funny. Also Sending is a good spell.
It is a good spell, definitely.
Just to make sure. Hey, yeah, we were cool. Good
I mean, what's the
acting.
difference to message than that? You send a short message.
Sending can go to anywhere, if it's on the same plane,
Okay, right, okay.
and unlimited. So I can message someone in another continent,
Right, okay.
but a
And
message 120
is
feet,
within 120 feet or something like that.
and it's
isn't
a cantrip.
it? Okay. Cool.
I took Sending for big things like that, where we had to get some words across major distances, and we had to do it now.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Right, so when Yoshie and Anthir gets back, he can fail one, but he has to pass the other one to see if this all works.
I'm so sorry. I've reloaded multiple times now, but it just keeps on happening. I think the update's broken a couple things on Roll20.
Really?
It's working
Yeah.
okay
You're right.
for me.
Well, then again, I'm using Microsoft Edge because
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
got Chrome
Change
yet.
to Chrome? Oh, you haven't got Chrome yet?
No.
Okay. Right, so we'll
Well,
just
why
try
don't we take 5 minutes and let him download Chrome
You're
Alright,
right.
cool. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, we can
rather
do that.
than sitting here waiting?
Yeah,
Right.
okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. Alright, see you all in 5 minutes.
Bye.
Alright, see you in a bit.